State Bank of India (SBI) has refused to disclose under the RTI Act the details of the electoral bonds furnished to the Election Commission (EC), claiming that it is personal information held in a fiduciary capacity, even though the records are in the public domain on the poll panel's website. 11 men and 1 woman, all said to be Indian nationals, have been arrested by the UK's immigration authorities in a series of raids on suspicion of being in breach of their visa conditions and working illegally at a bedding and cake factory. The Narcotics Control Bureau (NCB) Goa has busted a drug syndicate and frozen assets worth 1.06 crore rupees belonging to a Nigerian drugs dealer Stanley and his wife Ushasi. Based on credible input on 13 February 2024, the NCB Goa team seized 7.35 grams of cocaine from the possession of one Raju S., a resident of Saligao. Large areas of Mapsa have been affected with water shortage now in the peak summer season. Places like Morod, parts of Angod, Fera Alta and Paid them seem to be affected with severe water shortage. With the Milagreries feast set to be celebrated on Monday, locals from Mapsa are quite apprehensive whether the water scarcity issue would cast a shadow on the festive celebrations just as it happened for Christmas last year. The Kolwale police have managed to locate the vehicle and arrest the culprit involved in the fatal hit-and-run accident at Sirsain, Tivim, on Wednesday, 11 April. The accused has been identified as Abhishek Verma, 28, from Jharkhand. The police have also seized the Goa-registered vehicle which was allegedly involved in the accident. Pedestrian Rajendra Chavan, 44, from Satara was killed in the incident. The lifeless body of a young man was found near the Hilltop Club in Vegeta on Thursday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Santosh Tripathi. The 21-year-old is a resident of Vegeta and a native of Odisha. Tripathi's body was found hanging from a tree in the open parking space adjacent to the club premises. The innocent victim of the Usgav accident, a 6-month-old baby, has passed away due to injuries sustained in the incident. Despite efforts to save the child was pronounced deceased upon arrival at GMC for medical care. Anger and frustration is being expressed as the 108 ambulance service took over and R2 reached the spot, losing the golden R2 attend and treat the child that was ultimately brought to the GMC dead later. Ramakant Khalap and Shripad Naik, fondly known as Bhai and Bhau, are posed against each other in the Lok Sabha election 2024 after 24 years. Once personal friends have now become political rivals on the turf of North Goa parliamentary seat. No sooner both have started criticizing each other and the war is now in the open. Muslims across the state gathered at the Holy Masjid on Thursday to offer namaz on the occasion of Eid ul-Fitr. As Goa celebrates Eid al-Fitr, hundreds of Muslim brethren were seen praying to Allah and seeking goodwill for their families and community as they end their Ramadan fast. An accident occurred at Saipem Kandolim in the early hours of Thursday morning wherein a four-wheeler veered off the road, colliding with an electricity pole before hitting a compound wall. According to eyewitnesses, the driver reportedly fell asleep, resulting in the accident. The driver, who was the sole occupant of the vehicle, sustained injuries and is currently receiving medical treatment at GMC. A major self-accident was reported near Karambolam railway station road wherein a goods carrier truck lost control and overturned. The incident occurred on Thursday morning. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The 20th Vardhapan Din of Sri Rashtroli Brahman Devasthan was held at Urmal Bagwada, Morji with great pomp and enthusiasm. The event was marked with a grand puja followed by a bhajan program with well-known artists from Urmal Bagwada. Thousands of devotees and locals from all over Goa came to partake in this auspicious program. 8 venues in South Africa have been confirmed for the 2027 Cricket World Cup, according to Cricket South Africa Chief Executive Foletse Moseki. In addition to the South African grounds, matches will also be played in Zimbabwe and Namibia, who will co-host the tournament. One of the youngest international master in chess has been building up his game by playing in tournaments around the world. He recently participated in tournaments in Vietnam where he stood third in both the tournaments and scored a 4th IM norm, surpassing the requirement by half a point and missed a GM norm by 1 point.